Have you ever made yourself a cup of tea and got busy doing something else? When you come back to it minutes later, it is already cold. In Hindi we say बाद में चाय ठंडी हो जाती है. And somehow a simple cup of tea reminds me of something much bigger about life. We keep waiting to do things later. We'll start exercising later, we'll call that person later, we'll start the business later, we'll travel later, we'll pursue that dream later, we'll finally do the things we want when we have more time. But sometimes, when we finally have the time, the moment has already changed. Just like the tea, it gets colder later. Think about how often we use the term later. I'll do it later, I'll start tomorrow, I'll apply next week, I'll learn that skill when I'm less busy, I'll travel when I have enough money, I'll take care of myself when things calm down, and sometimes later is completely reasonable. Okay, we can't always do things immediately. We have responsibilities, we have work, we have family, and we have things that genuinely need our attention at the moment. But sometimes later becomes a habit, and that's when it really becomes dangerous because later feels safe and there is no pressure in later. You don't have to fail today, you don't have to make that difficult decision today, you don't have to leave your comfort zone today. You can simply tell yourself, I'll do it later. And for a moment, you do feel better. But the problem is, later keeps moving. We often imagine that one day, everything will suddenly become easier. One day we'll have more money, more confidence, more energy, more free time, more experience, and then we'll finally start. But life rarely works that way. There will always be something. A busy week, a difficult month, an unexpected responsibility, another problem to solve. And if you keep waiting for life to become perfectly convenient, you might wait forever. The truth is, there may never be a perfect time. There is only the time you have right now. Maybe you can't do everything today, but that's okay because you can do something. Like read one page, send one email, make one phone call, walk for 10 minutes, write the first paragraph, save a small amount of money, practice for 15 minutes, tell someone you love them. Sometimes we think progress needs to be dramatic. It doesn't. Small actions count. And there's something I've been thinking about. We don't only postpone tasks. Sometimes we postpone experiences. We say, I'll travel when I'm older. I'll wear that outfit when I lose weight. I'll take more pictures when I look better. I'll meet my friends when I'm less busy. I'll enjoy life when my work settles down. But life doesn't wait for our schedules to become convenient. People change, places change, opportunities disappear, and we change too. And that's why some things shouldn't always be saved for later. Wear the dress, take the picture, visit the place, call your friend, have the conversation, try the hobby, go for the walk, make the cup of tea and actually drink it while it's warm. Because sometimes we're so focused on what comes next that we forget to experience what's happening right now. Maybe you have experienced this too. You have something that you have wanted to do for years. Maybe it's starting a YouTube channel, learning a language, painting, writing, exercising, starting a small business, going on a solo trip, getting healthier, or simply becoming a person you've always imagined yourself becoming. And every time you think about it, you say, one day becomes next month becomes next year, and suddenly you look back and realize you've been waiting for permission from a future version of yourself. But that future version of you doesn't magically appear. You create them through little things you do today. You don't become confident and then start. Sometimes you start and confidence comes after. You don't become ready and then take the first step. Sometimes you take the first step and readiness follows. Now, I don't mean that you have to rush through life. Do it now doesn't mean quit your job tomorrow, spend all your money, make impulsive decisions, ignore your responsibilities. That is not the message. The message is much simpler. Don't postpone what matters unnecessarily. There is a difference between patience and procrastination. Patience says, this isn't the right time yet, but I'm preparing. Procrastination says, I'll think about it later. Patience has a plan, procrastination has an excuse. And sometimes the smallest action can break the cycle. If you want to write a book, don't write the whole book today. Write one paragraph. If you want to get fit, you don't need to transform your life tomorrow. Take that walk today. If you want to start something, don't worry about being perfect. Just begin. So maybe next time you make tea, don't let it sit there forgotten. Drink it, and while you're drinking it, ask yourself, what in my life am I constantly saying I'll do later? Maybe there's one thing you already know what it is. You've probably known for a while. Maybe you've been thinking about it for months, maybe even years. And I'm not asking you to completely change your life tonight. I'm asking you to do one small thing. Send the message, open the document, research the course, make the appointment, take the first picture, write the first sentence, put the shoes on. Whatever it is, make it real. For me, it was YouTube. I waited for years to take the first step. I was so afraid of people judging me, not getting it right the first time, of not getting the views, of getting humiliated, of failing, that I did not take the first step for years. I kept waiting for the right moment, to have the right camera, to have the right time, to get the angle right, to look perfect, to get the perfect angle, to order that tripod, to order that light. I kept giving myself excuses. I kept lying to myself that I'm not ready yet. But one day, and years passed by, and I just had to start one day, not feeling perfect, not feeling ready. And I still have so many things that I am yet to start imperfectly, because thinking about doing something and actually doing it are two very different things. There's something strangely powerful about realizing that this exact moment will never happen again. You can watch this video again, you can remember it again, you can talk about it, but you can't return to this exact moment again. And that is true about every single day. We get another morning, another evening, another Monday, but never this exact moment again. So maybe we should stop treating today like a rehearsal. Today isn't practice for your life. Today is your life. And it doesn't have to be extraordinary. You don't need to accomplish 10 things. You don't need to have everything figured out. Just be present for some of it. Do something you've been postponing. Talk to someone you love. Go outside. Make something. Learn something. Rest if you need to. And if you make tea, drink it while it's warm. So next time, if you catch yourself saying, I'll do it later, pause for a second and ask yourself, do I really need to wait? If the answer is no, start now. Not perfectly, not dramatically, just now. Because opportunities can wait, plans can wait, some things can wait, but moments become memories, and just like tea, some things get cold later. So don't wait for too long to live life while you're already living. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.